The Fortress of Despair. What?
Oh, as I call it, my ex-wife's house.
Whatever. You know what I mean.
No, I believe it was my mother-in-law's house.
Like Britney Spears' Fragile Psyche, it was split into 3 pieces and scattered across the globe. We need lives.
Yes, we do.
Just in case. I might cut around some life grinding, but I need lives. I think about the Britney Spears' Fragile Psyche, it was...
Because that, like, a really, like, famous old robot chicken joke. Especially because, you know, that joke was more based on wordplay, not, like, edgy humor that would soon become outdated.
Not gonna take that long. This is a very quick way to...
You almost just, so you're at 90.
And if I do that...
No.
Right?
And if you do this, you'll...
I'm gonna take every coin.
Almost every coin.
These guys worth coins?
I think? Yes. Gosh, almost there.
Yeah, with these guys, it's not gonna... 93, and then I can...
Even if they don't get you enough that points.
1 or 2 coins. 96. 97. 98. 99. Ooh. Wow. There we go. Now I have a save where if I end up using up a bunch of lives.
Okay, time for the Yosh.
I might show I've shown this glitch before, but I might show it again if I decided not to use that other footage. You're supposed to slowly ride the boats around, which is obnoxious.
Fuck that.
There's that very easy to do glitch where you can get underground. Yeah, sometimes it does take me a minute. I'll get it eventually. I'll start running out of cheese. On this controller, it's a little bit weird. Come on. Yeah, now that I moved already. It's not hard, it's just... Damn it. She's like... There we go. Okay. And you just kind of baby hop.
You're out.
I see that.
I try to directly aim for the island itself. It's sort of hard to do.
Depending on the angle.
If you want to make it easier, like there are coins on the bottom of the ocean, you can try to aim for those a bit.
As long as you know you're out, but
Yes.
I showed that glitch. I need to practice it that more. It's this controller screwing it. Because you can just that really sharp angle and just kind of clip through. It's not hard.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And away we go.
Oh, I mean, that also just gave me an excuse to, cut in here. And this toxic river hurts you. The leaf you're on will dissolve.
And it doesn't hurt you, it instantly kills you.
And the leaf you're on will dissolve over time, and you have to basically maneuver this thing while trying to grab coins.
Wait. Oh.
Oh, there is a life in here.
Okay, they at least have the courtesy for that.
But I screwed the pooch.
Yes.
Damn it. That pipe will kick you out.
So don't take it.
It is possible.
You say you screwed the pooch, but this is what separates the men from the boys.
It is possible to tiptoe and absolutely win. We missed one way.
Oh.
It is possible, and this is a good contingency plan.
Isn't this what speedrunners do? They just say fuck it and walk across the sides?
In some cases, yes, because that lily pad is unwieldy.
Yes.
But
Yes.
it is possible to do this. It is just really flipping tight.
Yes.
I still hate coming in here. Because you have to jump, get over the death pit.
Yeah, you would have to jump, basically hover over the death pit and then make it to the other side, or make it back to the side you were on.
I mean, there isn't a good tip other than just kind of like... Oh, the worst is over. I can just... Oh my god. Oh my god! Gotta go! Wait.
Yeah,
I'm an idiot!
I was gonna say you could just hover.
Ah, that took like...
Hold on,
Hold on. No! It's alright.
On.
7 tries.
Yeah, 94, 99, 98, 97. Yeah, like 7 or 8 tries.
Because I had a bunch of lives! I'm generally...
But that actually didn't take that long. Less than 10 tries.
Okay, I'm trying to show this stupid glitch, but I keep dying due to dumb shit. Because there's 1 or 2 parts of this that are a bit dumb. The coin near the end that's up in the air, you need to grab. The rest of this is simple, but there is one part that's a little bit complicated. That coin right there, you need to grab. And while you're at the end, you might as well do that. So, the bars basically have, like, no collision. So you just jump off like that. I hit the death plane at the top a couple of times. When you're down here, if you don't press the A button all the way, you can barely pop out and grab all the coins and crap. you can get the lives and stuff. It's just one part at the end of this that's a little bit confusing. But this is an infinitely easier way to do this if you don't mind glitches, because this really isn't that hard to do. I just screwed up on the last part a couple of times as well, because I was a little bit rusty. If you jump too high, you'll hit the death plane. But as you can see, you can get all the crap. Now, a lot of people, even when they're learning this, if I mention it in passing, get confused and ask, okay, so you can do that, but like, what does that matter? Now, you have to get somewhat close to this thing, and this is the part I often screw up. When you're spraying water, if it touches you, you can backflip. As soon as the water hits Mario's feet, you can backflip. So, you just literally get near the edge. Because I will admit I have depth perception problems. I've talked about that. And now, because there are no coins, it doesn't matter. Even if you're going to be kind of a purist weirdo and not walk underwater and grab the coins, that's at least a cheap way to walk back to the beginning if you want to grab all the coins. But if you're doing the underwater walking, you might as well just do it to beat the mission. I died a couple of times when I was looking for that successful attempt. But it's fine. Doesn't matter. That one was like really, really important. Okay. I'm either cutting. Damn it. Every time. Got tongue-tied again. I'm either cutting back to the Let's Play or cutting to other glitches and stuff. I was prepared in case it got dicey. Now I just need to grab this.
Yeah.
And I realized, wait, near the end, I have the technology. Screw it.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. The worst is over. Now I have to go get blue coins. Ugh. Well, in a lot of ways, Pachinko took a little bit longer than fucking River. Though, there's a funny reason for that in this collection that helped.
What?
So, Hard Blast knocks you a little bit further, whereas Half Blast is like a little bit more subtle. Because Half is now on its own button. It's a little bit easier to...
Okay, the worst is over.
It's time for the question of the day and my overall thoughts on the topic. So, anyway, I actually have two questions, both of which are tangentially related. So, first off, what is your overall opinion of the Toxic River of Death? Personally, I don't like that area at all. A lot of people will say that the internet has generally overblown how difficult that area is, but the problem is just everything collectively related to it. First off, you basically take a while to get into that stupid area if you do the boat ride. So if you're not doing glitches, the boat ride is like 5 minutes. So before you even play the area, you spend about 5 minutes getting into it. And that's a massive waste of time. Once you're in the area, if you take that pipe at the end, you exit the area. So that's a fucking Kaizo trap. Meaning if you exit the area, you need to go back to the pipe. And the weird sponge stuff resets. So, again, that's a massive waste of time. If you do the glitch I did, it's less obnoxious. But, again, the margin of error is pretty low. Because if you miss any of the red coins, you're basically fucked unless you walk along the walls and go back to the start and effectively start over. And that lily pad can be a massive pain in the ass to control. And this perfectly leads into my next question. How many of you knew about that one glitch where you basically jump off at the end and you basically hover through the one grate and get underneath the toxic river of death, and then you basically do that thing I showed off where you basically short hop and get all the coins, and then you do the one backflip trick to get out of the water, and then you ride the lily pad to the end, and once you ride the lily pad to the end, you can just beat the mission. People act like that shine is overblown when it comes to its infamy, but if you don't have a lot of lives, a game over would mean you would go back to the plaza, and then you would basically need to do the slow-ass boat ride again, unless you do the one Yoshi glitch. So, in my opinion, the problem isn't just the toxic river, it is collectively everything related to it. Because if you're trying to do that legitimately, you basically do the slow-ass boat ride, then you get in the toxic river mission, and then basically you need to play the mission perfectly in order to get all the red coins, because if you miss a red coin, you can go back to the start, but that means you're doing that slow-ass, dangerous walk of shame across the fucking walls of the mission. That fucking sucks. If you're not abusing glitches, this shine is more of an obnoxious test of patience, because the lily pads are a pain in the ass to actually control. If you miss the one life, basically you're fucked if you die a lot. So you basically want to enter that stupid shine with plenty of lives anyway. And because all of the water is an instant kill, it is actually possible to be standing in weird positions on the lily pad and basically barely touch the hitbox that kills you. All of that water is basically a kill box. So if you happen to get unlucky and the physics happen to fuck you over, well, sucks to be you. And that's really obnoxious. So overall, this shine is incredibly dumb. But anyway, now that I have basically ranted and asked my two questions, I'm going to basically move on before I start rambling way too long. You can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments, or you can leave them on social media. All of my social media links, as well as my Discord links, are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you subscribe to the channel, and if you follow me on social media, that really helps our communities grow. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I hope I will see you all next time. So as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, everybody. I hope you come back someday. See you later.